Hi and welcome to the Belfry. This is the Brabazon course, the 12th hole. My name is Chris Ryan, and in this video we're talking about the ball flight. We're talking about the impact factors which create that ball flight, and we're going to give you a way that you can practice which is going to hopefully help you better understand your own impact factors. Just before we do that, in the corner of the screen you should have the details for my social media platforms, so if you don't do already then please go ahead and follow me on those. So, ball flight. There are three main things that are going to contribute to the ball flight in terms of how that ball flies through the air. The first thing would be strike. Now, for the purpose of this video, we're going to eliminate strike. We're not going to really cover strike, okay? However, whilst you're going through the exercise I want you to do here, if you feel that you misstrike the shot, don't worry too much about the ball flight. We're going to come to that in another video, but we're talking today about shots which come from the middle of the golf club. The other two things which are going to influence the direction that the ball goes and the curve are the direction that the club face is pointing, or should say the sweet spot is pointing. So that's going to be left of target, right of target, or at your target. The final thing would be the club's path. The club's path at impact. And again, that's going to be one of three options. That club's path is going to be to the left, to the right, or it's going to be straight. Now, provided we hit the ball out the middle, where the club swings and where the club face points are the two things which are going to influence the direction that the ball goes off in and the curve that's on the golf ball. Now, what you will hopefully notice is that directly in front of my golf ball, I have placed an alignment stick. And I want you to place this literally directly between your ball and your target. In this case, it's the flag on this green, which is some 230 odd yards away. Because it's 230 odd yards away, I've got a 3-iron. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to hit shots, and I would like you to see two things. Where your golf ball starts relative to the stick, and the curve that's on that golf ball. So, my golf ball is either going to start left, right, or about on the stick, and it's going to curve to the left, to the right, or it's going to fly straight. Once I know that information, I can then figure out what my club was doing as it came into the contact area. That is information which is priceless as a golfer if you wish to improve. Now, I'm going to hit this golf shot, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what my ball did, and then going to go through maybe what had to happen at impact to create that ball flight. So I've got an idea of what I think will happen, but I'm just going to hit this shot here and see. So I've got my 3-iron. It's a long old way, this par 3. So I'm just going to try and make a normal swing. I'm not really trying to pay too much attention to that stick. It's obviously a little bit in my eye line, but I'm hopefully not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to try and hit my normal shot onto that green. Okay, now hopefully you'll see from the slow motion there that that golf ball started to the right of that stick. Now, what you might not see from that slow motion is the ball flight which followed. That ball started to the right of that stick, it then curved to the left in the air, and it actually landed some maybe 10-15 yards left of that flag. So my golf ball has started to the right of the stick and it's finished to the left of the flag. The strike felt pretty good. So what does that tell me about my impact? Well, the ball will always start 80-90% due to where the face was pointing. So what I mean by that is wherever your ball starts relative to that stick is where the club face was pointing at impact. Now, that's not 100% accurate, but for the purpose of what we're trying to do in this video, for the purpose of your practice, it's pretty good. So let's say my ball started about here. That tells me at the point of contact, my club face was slightly to the right of that white stick. So relative to the target, my club face was slightly open at impact. We can't measure the degree, that's fine, but we know it was to the right. Now, the ball then curved to the left of my target. That tells me that my golf club was travelling further to the right than what my club face was pointing. Okay, so I can roughly tell from that golf swing that my club face was pointing about here, and my club's path was pointing more to the right of it. Okay, the ball will always curve away from the path. So if the ball was curving to the left, my path was out to the right. Now, before I hit that golf shot, I suspected that what was going to happen was my ball was going to start to the right, it was going to curve to the left, because that's my normal ball flight. I know that my club path tends to get to the right of the target, hence I hit right to left ball flights. I tend to get the club moving a little bit too much to the right, and I tend to hit too much right to left. I often hit the ball and it stays out to the right. I hit push shots. So I know my swing, I know what my impact factors are, and I know what I need to do to improve those. So what I tend to do in practice is I would tend to place a stick in the ground there. I know that my ball will tend to start right and curve left, so I try and practice the opposite. Now, when I practice the opposite, I don't simply want to just aim myself to the left. That's one way of doing it, but not the way we would like to do it. I want to feel like I can make a golf swing where I can start the ball to the left of the stick and have the ball curve to the right, which means that I would need the golf club pointing left of the stick at impact, but I would need the path to be further left if I want it to curve right. So I'm trying to work towards the opposite that I currently do. It's a very, very good way for me to practice. What it's going to do for you is it's hopefully going to give you some really good information about what is happening at impact. Now, in the grand scheme of things, what you do in your setup, what you do in your takeaway, what you do in your backswing is all irrelevant. We're really trying to look at what happens at impact. All those other things can influence that, absolutely. But we are really trying to get golfers out there, such as yourselves who's watching this video, amateur golfers, to really understand your impact. Where is the club face pointing and where is the club traveling? Those two bits of information are vital if you are to get better. Now, what I wouldn't want you to do is hit one shot and then go, right, my path is here, my face is there. No, let's hit 5, 10, 15, 20 shots. Let's see if there are any patterns, because you will hit some different shots. You'll hit some pulls, you'll hit some slices, that kind of thing. But very often what many of you will find is that if you slice the ball, so you finish your golf ball way over to the right, your golf ball may actually start left of the stick. Now what we've said is that if your golf ball is starting left of the stick, that's where the club face is pointing. So many of you who slice the ball will actually have a club face which is closed at impact. The reason the ball is slicing is because the golf club is travelling further to the left. So many of you golfers out there who slice the ball are trying to rotate the face, square the face more. If you simply do that, you'll just hit pull shots up the left. What we really need to do is address both the path and the face, and that is the best way to improve. So, good little exercise you can do in practice. It's going to hopefully give you some good information about your own golf swing, and that is really the key to this video. A lot of the videos I do are quite general. This one is hopefully going to give you some information about your golf swing, and that is really how you're going to improve, by understanding what you do and then understanding how you can improve and how you can start that journey to some better golf. So try that little drill. It's fantastic. I do this a lot in practice. I find it really helps me, and I really think it can help you as well. Right, thank you for watching. Hopefully that helped. If it did help, please click the like button down below. There's a comments box down there also. If you have got any comments, please post them and I'll do my best to respond to as many as I can. And last thing, if you haven't done already, then please subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free. There is a link down below in the description. That'll take you to a place where you can subscribe. There's loads of videos already on my channel, and there are loads more being uploaded weekly. So clicking that link just means that you won't miss any. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully we will see you again soon.